Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we'll be making pap. This is pap for those that want to sell, okay? Because it's a large quantity, so I'm going to sell this. This is not the one for my personal consumption. So you'll be seeing the quantity of pap I'll be making. So if you want to start pap as a business, this video is going to help you. Even if you don't want to use it for business, for personal consumption, this is also going to help you. You're going to love the procedures. Very easy, very simple. So I have my corn, okay? That is corn, also known as maize, okay? This is corn, also known as maize, masara in Hausa language, and oka in Igbo language. So this is corn, and I have 10 cups. Sorry, that's not 10 cups. That's 20 cups of corn. Yes, I have 20 cups of corn there. And the next thing I have here is my dawa. So dawa is the next thing I have. And dawa is very good for us. Dawa is good for our babies. This pap is very rich, and this is also 20 cups of dawa, which is also called guinea corn. Okay, I don't know other names for it. I don't know other names for it. So this is called guinea corn or dawa. I prefer this color. They have different types of guinea corn. They have the white one, they have the yellow one. But this particular color is the one I prefer. Probably I just feel things that are dark in color are more nutritious. That is just my perspective. Okay, I feel the darker the color, the better nutrients. And yes, if you watch some things like vegetables and some fruit also, the darker the color, the more nutrients you get from that. Just like cabbage, if you go for the white cabbage or the green cabbage, the purple or red cabbage is better than the white one or the green one, okay? So the darker, the better. So the next thing I have here is my millet. Millet is also called jero in Hausa language. Yes, millet is a tiny one, very, very tiny, and also milky and nutritious, very nutritious. So this is millet. Millet is also good for us, good for babies, good for adults. I also have my 20 cups of millets. So they are all 20 cups. So my corn is 20 cups. My dawa is 20 cups. Dawa is guinea corn. And my millet, which is also called jero, is 20 cups. So these things they come with dirt, lot of dirt, okay? They come with lots of dirt. So we are going to wash them thoroughly before soaking. Some persons just add water and soak their pap. Please, if you have been doing that, please stop doing that. Stop soaking your pap without washing it. Because if you don't wash your pap before soaking it, you'll be soaking your pap with lots of dirt, and it's not good for our health. So these things they come with lots of dust, lots of dirt. So it's best and healthy for you to wash it properly before soaking it. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm going to wash this thoroughly to make sure I get rid of the the dust. So you can see some seeds coming from it. Okay, those ones are non-viable. Okay, so the viable ones are the ones down. So the ones that are not viable will come up, and you have to get rid of them. You have to throw them away because they are not needed. If you grind them with your pap, you're getting nothing from that. So those are the spoiled ones coming up, and when you wash, you get rid of them. So don't be scared. Don't be scared you're wasting your stuff. No, you're not wasting it. Those ones coming up are not good. So you just have to wash thoroughly and get rid of those ones on top of it, and the dirt, the dust that comes with it. So now, after washing, I will just transfer this to another bowl, which is the clean one, okay? And use something like what I'm doing now to just pack them. And normally you see some sand, okay, though not often, you see some sand beneath it, under it. So make sure you don't add the sand to it. So I soaked that for 3 days, okay? You can choose to soak yours for 2 days, 4 days, 5 days, but make sure you change the water every day, okay? I was changing the water every day, and I just grinded my pap. Now before I grinded the pap, I'm sorry I didn't show you that part of it. I added some things to it. I added ginger to it. I added ginger to it. I added cinnamon to it, and I added clove to it. Okay, so this pap is an expensive one. Someone is ordering for this pap, so if it's not the one that is ordered, like the person wants it to be rich, I won't add cinnamon. Cinnamon is expensive. If it's the one I just sell, I add just ginger and clove to it, because when you want to sell, people won't understand that these things are expensive. You get it? So if you make your pap expensive and you add those things and make it expensive, people will not want to buy your pap, thinking it's not just the ordinary pap. They want to know it's a special pap. So this particular one is a special one because I'm giving it to somebody. Someone ordered for it. I'm giving it to someone. But the one that is just the normal selling of the pap, just ginger is okay. Clove is even expensive. If you add enough ginger to it, you will get that flavor. So for this quantity, I added a handful of ginger, a handful of clove, and also 5 sticks of cinnamon. Okay, the way cinnamon used to be, I added 5 sticks of it and grounded it. So that is what I have here. The flavor is out of this world. You are going to love this pap when you make it. So now I want to sieve this pap, and I'll be showing you the easy way to sieve pap. Sometimes when people soak pap, they get tired, I don't want to use the word lazy, because no one is lazy. You don't know the person's condition. I don't like using that word lazy, okay? So some persons may not want to, as in they get tired of sieving it, or tired of making pap, because they feel that the work is when you want to sieve it. And that is what I'm showing you right now. So I'm sieving this pap. You're going to see how I'm going to make it easy. The secret of sieving your pap so fast is adding lots of water when you want to sieve it. That way, it will come out freely from the strainer without stressing you. So I separated my pap in 2 containers because I don't have a bigger container. So I separated it in 2 containers because I want to add lots of water to it. I don't want to put it in just 1 container, add little water. It's going to stress me. But separating it in 2 containers and adding lots of water will make my work easy. But if you have a bigger container and you're doing a large quantity, then you can just pour it in that bigger container and mix it like what I'm doing. Okay, you mix it because there are lumps inside. For you to sieve this properly, you have to mix it. Okay, you can use your stick to mix it, but we Africans, we do it directly. We do it directly. Using stick will not give me the result. I need to take my time. So it's mixing it with your hands. Okay, don't be scared, my hands are clean. And of course, you're going to use hot water to make your pap. So why worry about mixing it with your hands? So I'm adding a lot of water to make sure this comes out freely from my strainer. Okay, so add lots of water, add lots of water. That is the secret of sieving pap. So I'm just going to set this aside because I'm not going to sieve this now. Let me sieve the first part of it. So stay tuned. See how I sieve this freely. So what I have here now is my cheesecloth, okay, my scarf. I actually got this as a scarf. This is the scarf, and when I looked at it, the stuff was looking so nice to use for sieving pap. So I've not used it on my hair. I decided to just keep it to be using it for my pap. So you mustn't go looking for this material for sieving pap. You can get a scarf that's just like that, and you're going to get a perfect result. Now, when I want to make pap for my personal consumption, I don't use this kind of material. I love to use a sieve that will give me fiber, that will add fiber to my pap. But because I'm selling this, I'm using material, I'm using a cloth to sieve it. So just watch and see how I make this super easy, so easy. Just within few minutes, I'm done sieving my pap. So I'm just going to add lots of it there. Keep adding. Though if you feel you cannot carry something heavy, you can just add little. It's not compulsory add much. But I love to just do this once and for all. So I have almost half of the container there inside my cheesecloth. So watch my super easy method of sieving pap. So I'll just do it like this, okay? This is super easy. This is interesting. And for those of you that are looking for flat tummy, this is like an exercise. Yes, it's like an exercise. Each time I do it, I notice a difference in my body. Like I'll be sweating and I just feel like I had a workout. So this is super cool. After sieving, I'll try to also rinse the chaff in the other water there so that any excess pap, any pap remaining inside there will also come out. So I'm just going to squeeze this, squeeze it to remove the pap, okay? Squeeze it very well, and I'm going to rinse it in the water you can see beside it. Now that water also is part of our pap. We're also going to add it to our pap. We are not going to throw it away. The essence of rinsing it inside that water is to remove any pap that is hiding inside. Let me use that word. It's for us to remove any pap that is still inside, okay? So we're going to rinse it in another water, which is that one you're seeing what I'm doing. So rinse it, touch it, massage it for the pap to come out. After that, we're going to sieve it, we're going to squeeze it, okay? We're going to squeeze it and we'll get our chaff. So guys, I'm done sieving the pap and you can see my leg. That is the evidence, okay? There's no how you sieve pap that your body will not be messy. And at this point, I just feel like I've done something, okay? And this whole stuff is so interesting. Like, I'm feeling light. I'm feeling light. And no, after sieving the pap, you feel like you've achieved something. Finally, I've done this thing. So if you want to flatter me, come and sieve pap for me. So this is the chaff. Enough chaff came out of this stuff. So that is why I don't like using clothes to sieve my pap, because you're going to just the fiber. This is what I prefer using to sieve my pap. But you know, I said I'm selling this. Some persons may not want any fiber in their pap, so use something smooth to save it for them. So guys, I allowed it to settle for some hours, okay? I allowed it to settle for some hours. You can leave this overnight to make sure it settles very, very well, okay? So when it settles, you remove the excess water. So this is the excess water. This water is also very useful. Yes, this water is also very useful, but most people don't know. Most people don't know. This water is called omiogi in Yoruba language, which is pap water. So I think I'm making a video about this water so that when you make your pap, you don't get rid of all the water. You can keep some to make use of them. Okay, so I'm making the video so that you know what you can use your pap water to do. Very, very useful. So now I just transferred the other one. Remember, I did this in 2 containers. Okay, so I just have to transfer this into 1 container to mix them properly. So I just have to transfer it to mix it. You can see how thick the dam is. So that is the essence of mixing it so that they become uniform before we proceed to the next step. So mix it properly, mix it. The dam is very thick. The dam is thick because we allowed it to settle. So now I've finished mixing it. I'm going to use a cloth to also take off to remove the excess water. You can use a bag. Those days our mothers use bag to do this. But if you don't have bag, okay, you can use something like cotton. Yes, there was a time I had a cotton I wasn't using, a new cotton, of course. Not cotton, sorry, pillowcase. Yes, pillowcase. There was a time I had a pillowcase I was not using. I was using it for something like this. So if you have a pillowcase that is new, you have not used it, you can use it for something like this. But I'll be using this. This material is also thick, so it can do the work for me. So you just pour your pap there and tie it and allow the excess water to come out of it. Okay, so you tie it firmly so that it doesn't open and you just waste your pap. So that is what I'm doing now. And the water down there can also be used for pap. So you can turn it, you can transfer it somewhere and use it for pap. So now I'm going to leave this. I'll put a sieve under it and place it like that so that the water will be dropping inside the bowl. You can also do this in your sink. You can just drop this in your sink if you know you're not using the sink for that moment, and the water will just be dropping. So I covered it and left it for some time. So you can see you can add something like what I'm showing you on it, or something heavy to remove any excess water. Okay, but I'm okay with this texture. I'm okay with the way it is. I won't be placing any heavy thing on it to remove any excess water left. So I'm just okay with the way it is. So let me show you the texture. This texture is just what I want and is okay. You can see how thick this is looking. It's going to stay for months in your freezer without getting spoiled, and it can stay a week in your refrigerator without changing color. Okay, this is so easy to make at home. So you can see that now we have come to the end of this video. Okay, please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you. So I'll just transfer this into a container. You can see how thick this thing is. I'll transfer it into a container for my customer. This pap is going to last a very long time. You can see what is beneath it. You can see the water that came out of it, not much. Okay, And also the let me try to and show you the what is left under it. So it's not much, you can see that. You can see it's not much. It's not like we wasted pap. We did not waste pap. So I'm just transferring this into the pap. And guys, that is the end of this. I'm transferring this into the container. Yes. So guys, that is the end of this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel. And also a thumbs up means a lot to me. Thank you for watching. Do well to share this video with your friends and loved ones. Bye. I would love to see my next one.